What's up, team? Welcome back. It's Kenya with BK Trading Academy. We just hopped off a live trading session with our students and had an awesome day. Now, if you guys want to trade live with us every single day in the market, we will show you exactly how to get it done. We show you how to manage your risks, most importantly. Then I want to encourage you to join daily live trading through the Academy. All the information is down below in the description. You can even send us an email if you have questions before joining. Also, make sure you join the Telegram because we do trade live periodically with our members inside of Telegram. So let's go ahead and hop into this strategy. This is called B-Swing. It's a supply and demand strategy, highly profitable. If you work full-time or if you don't have a lot of time on the charts, then this is going to be an amazing system that you can easily master and you can trade it without having to have constant screen time. So let's go ahead and hop right in. I'm going to show you exactly how it's done actually in the live market right now while we have an opportunity. We're going to be taking a look at GBPUSD. And as you can see here, I am on the weekly time frame. So I like to go out as high as the monthly and look at exactly how we're shaping up and what we're seeing. So we actually have a manual for this strategy. If you go to our website, which is bktradingacademy.com, you will learn about the B-Swing Trading Manual. It's actually on our actual page here. If you continue to scroll down, you will learn more about it, but you can actually go to products, and there is a section here where you can see information about B-Swing, how it works, testimonials, everything that you need. It's an awesome strategy. So let's go to the charts. With GBPUSD, what we're particularly looking for is we are looking for supply and demand levels that have not been tested in more than 6 months to a year or more. Now, it's helpful to also understand fundamentals, what's going on in the economy. What are the economic indicators that also will serve as confluence for taking this trade? Right now, the dollar is strong. As long as interest rates continue to increase, that is going to help make the dollar strong, which is attractive for investors. Now, as this price continues to drop, and especially GBP is impacted by the war with Russia, Ukraine right now, so the dollar is quite strong, okay? But considering that we are approaching such a very strong demand level, this is an area where we could see some type of reaction. Also, we are due for a retracement on the monthly time frame. So considering this, we actually have already entered the trade and we've profited our TP1, our take profit 1 and 2 with our students, and now we're getting a retest back into this level. So here's what we want to do. This is the level we want to watch. If we scroll out just on our monthly, you will see that this pandemic low here back in March of 2020 when the pandemic first started, that is our actual low. That's our historical low for GBPUSD. And now price is pushing back into that extreme low. So what we're expecting is to see some type of reaction off of this zone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark this zone because I want to keep my eye on it. So we've already entered it for a long, okay? But the most important thing is you want to make sure that you are following the rules of the system. So the very first rule is that we need to find supply and demand levels that haven't been tested in more than 6 months to a year or more. Now, why do we do that? From our historical data, we've discovered that when this happens, it is a big opportunity in the market for us. So the data shows us from historical evidence that it works. So, and also too, it's kind of compared to an everyday transaction that we see when we go shopping, for example. This is just how supply and demand works. So now drilling down to the weekly, once we get to this weekly structure, this is exactly what we want to see. So you can see on the weekly, we have a structure that is giving us lower highs and lower lows. So here's an impulse, we have a correction, here's another impulse, we have a correction, and here's another impulse. And this is where we usually tend to see a 50% correction after this has happened. So now that we've had that third wave down and we're looking for that massive correction to come, we're hoping that it happens somewhere from the zone. Now, this is a very obvious level, so I'm always planning, what is my backup plan? I'm always planning my risk first because I don't care about profit taking. If I see a good opportunity and the price is on sale, I'm definitely interested, but my number one priority is protecting my capital. So I'm always looking at what is going to be my golden rule? What's my ratio to where I can risk a certain amount and make 3 times that, 4 times that, 5 times that, okay? I'm looking at those type of opportunities. And on GBPUSD, if I manage my risk wisely, I see an opportunity to do that right now. So we teach you strategically how to manage your risk inside of the academy so that even when you are slightly wrong, you still can come out positive based on managing your risk very strategically. So now that we see this price pushing down into this area, we're keeping in mind that, okay, we are in a bearish trend and we want to see some type of weakness at this level. Now, it might just keep keep pushing, right? Notice back here, we had a double wick rejection when the price was back here in March of 2020. It came back to retest, rejected off of it, and look how much it pushed to the upside. Let's just measure these pips. So from this level in 1 week, GBPUSD went 1,000 pips in profit. That is insane, you guys. That probably happened. Well, we did have the pandemic going on. There was a lot of news during that time, but look how much that price just continued to push up. So we're hoping that even if we can get a fraction of that, that would be amazing, right? So what we're going to do is we are looking for price to wick somewhere within this level. So we want to see some type of rejection in the level. Now it is continuing to push down, and we do have this shadow here on the weekly. So we just could see it head lower. So my plan is always looking for one, a level that hasn't been tested in more than 6 months to a year or more. Two, I want to see some type of rejection at the level. So this morning, we actually start to see a little bit more rejection. You can see it's trying to form a shadow there. So we'd like to see it wick just like it did here, but it could even push and collect liquidity. So the bank makers, they know exactly what we're doing. They know the flow of the market right now, okay? And they can definitely go and collect these stops and turn that price right around. They have the power to do that. So considering that, I'm always looking at how am I going to play defense? So my thing is, if I enter here, well, number one, I'm going to enter based off my rules. So if I have a wick rejection, that's going to be my second confirmation. My third confirmation is that I want to have a Bollinger Band confirmation. Price is outside of my Bollinger Band. You see that? Now I have an alert here at 35.70 because I am already long on this pair right at this entry right here. So right at 42.20, we actually entered at like 42. Actually, we entered, I think, at like 14.23, I'm sorry. Okay, so my plan is that if the price does drop another, I'm always planning about 80 to 100 pips down from my actual initial entry. So that's only about 67, 65 pips to this next zone. But once it gets there, I like to be alerted before the price actually gets to where I want to possibly enter an additional position so that I can be ready and know how to execute. So if the price does push, now this is an area where I expect for liquidity to possibly get collected. So I'm not going to be planning my stop here. I'm going to be planning additional entries here, and then I'm going to be looking for the opportunity to go long. So I'm already long with a lower lot size. If the price does dip, I'm ready to execute based on my risk management tolerance. I'm going to be taking an additional position to the upside. Now, where do we take profit? So notice how I've gone through the entry rules. So we want to start on the longer time frames. We are trading off the weekly. You can also enter off of the daily. I'm not drilling down to the 15-minute to try to get a particular entry. I'm basically looking at where am I getting a good deal? That's my priority, not so much as to an indicator or is the price overbought or oversold. Yes, I'm paying attention to those things too, but I'm more so buying this based on the deal that I'm getting, the price on the right-hand side. Is the price a good price to buy at? And in my opinion, it is. So next I'm going to run through my confluence and I'm going to look for all my other rules to enter. Once I'm in the trade, where do I want to take profit? So one of the things that I like to do is I like to go in with multiple positions and scale profits out strategically. So what I mean by that is if I'm swing trading, I like to go ahead and take about 60 to 100 pips off of my first position, for example, even maybe 50, because price is just not going to shoot up and it's not just going to shoot straight down. So what you want to do is, especially when swing trading, I like to take about 60 to 100 pips off the table at a time. The price will possibly pull back. It'll give us patterns. And, we just kind of do it strategically that way. So in this case, I want you guys to monitor. Today is September 7th. I want you guys to monitor GBPUSD and let's see exactly what it does. Now, see if it continues to dip lower. I can either wait, but I don't want to miss out because in my opinion, the price is at a great deal. So as long as I have confirmation, I'm entering to the trade. Sometimes, like right now, you see how we had a slight wick rejection and now it's continuing to break lower, but it could just wick anywhere within this area. But now that we are in the trade, I still have a backup plan. Even if this price breaks lower, I know exactly where I want to execute. And the thing is, you need to have your plan already worked out or else you're going to find yourself just putting on trades, and then your risk management is all screwed up and you're not following your plan. And that's what you don't want to do. You want to make sure that you are trading according to your plan and also your risk tolerance, and that's going to help you live to trade another day. But guys, just like this went 1,000 pips in profit in a week last time that it was in this zone, we potentially could see that actually happen again. So we definitely could see price get back to our previous resistance at 185 pips. Within 2 weeks, we could see it go to 332 pips or so. So these are the type of opportunities we find when we are trading B-swing. What I want you to do right now is I want you to pull up your GBP USD chart. I want you to go to September 7th, okay, of 2022, and I want you to monitor the price action for this particular week. Let's see how much lower it goes. Let's also see when did it in fact turn around, how much profit did it go in. So I'm actually doing this before it happens so you can actually see exactly what's going to happen. Now, how do we manage our risk? I'm not going to get deep into risk right now because that's a whole lesson. But basically, we advise our students not to risk more than 1 to 2% of their total account balance. And we show you how to take that and apply it strategically to a setup like this to where you can still come out profitable, even if you're cutting a small loss or even if you're having to take some type of loss. Okay, so let's pay attention to the trade. Let's see what happens. Comment below and let me know what was your observation. What do you think will happen? And let's learn from it. Guys, if you are a new or struggling trader and you are failing miserably on your own, you'd like to trade with us daily, you'd like to trade the systems that we trade, we have a 95% win rate in the academy. We have everything you need. Check out the description of this video. And all I'm going to say is that I recommend that you get started. Join us in daily live trading. I promise your trading will go to a whole nother level and you will be with a lifetime family that is just amazing. Our community is amazing, highly supportive, and I just love all of you here. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found value in this video, and please comment below and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. Stay blessed and end it on a blue note.